I know the anguish that has overwhelmed your heart, while the world outside fell silent. I heard the silent cry of your soul seeking relief that seemed so far away. This channel brings reflections based on and grounded in the Word of God and the principles and foundations of the Holy Bible for your spiritual strengthening and growth. I prepared this meeting because I knew you needed a special message tonight. Uncertainties tried to steal your peace, but I want to show you that there is hope for those who trust even without seeing. Have you ever wondered why the storm seems so much stronger just when you decide not to give up? There is a celestial mystery behind this pain that you hide from the whole world, a secret that, when revealed, will change your entire journey. I am the Lord who parted the seas and guided my children through the darkness of the desert, and I would not let go of your hand now. Stay with me until the last second of this offering. I promise to reveal the purpose behind every tear and show you the path to the deep peace that your heart yearns for. If this Word of God has already begun to touch the depths of your being, comment below with your name, the country, state, and city where you are listening to my voice, and the time where you are. As an act of true surrender, write in the comments, "Lord my God, I am here. I subscribed because I love you and want to hear you." To strengthen this alliance, leave a like, subscribe to this refuge, and activate the notification bell. Stay with me until the end, for I will give a clear answer at the end. A phrase will be whispered to your heart if you remain, and whoever writes this phrase in the comments will receive prophetic blessings released in faith. The answer you have been seeking in tears will not come in the way the world expects. There is a divine movement happening right now in the silence of your life. Do you have the courage to discover what it is? Before we move on, if my comfort brought calm to your soul today, like this message, sign up so we can continue walking together and share this word of love with someone who is also suffering in silence. Answer in your heart now. What would your soul ask of me if you had only one wish this morning? Write in the comments our word of faith for this moment. Trust. I know the invisible weight that rests on your shoulders at this very moment. It's a burden that no one around you can see, but that has bent your soul and stolen your breath. I feel the pain of the tears you swallowed to appear strong before others, of the nights when your head touched the pillow and your heart felt like a sea agitated by unanswered questions. You have cared for so many people, you have supported so many structures, but you often wonder who cares for you. I know your weariness, and I feel every piece of your spirit that cries out for a moment of true peace. My word declares with love in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." This promise is not just an old poem, but my outstretched hand to you now in the midst of this anguish. When loneliness knocks on the door of your mind and fear tries to dictate your future, remember that I am the safe haven where your soul can simply collapse and find comfort. You no longer need to be the unshakable rock all the time, for I am your unshakable rock. Yet, there is a powerful purpose behind this extreme exhaustion you have been facing, which seems endless. There is a silent movement of my spirit that only manifests when your own strength reaches its limit. Something grand is being forged in your life through this trial, a preparation you do not yet fully understand. Do you have the courage to discover what I am shaping in your desert to transform your story? If my spirit has brought refreshment to your troubled heart, cherish this moment of reflection. Subscribe to this haven of peace so that I may continue to guide your steps, and share this truth with someone who also suffers silently and needs this embrace. Tell me deep in your thoughts, what is the heaviest pain you wish to entrust to my hands right now? Write in the comments our word of faith for this moment. Rest. My care for you never rests, even when the night seems long and cold. I sustain the birds of the air and clothe the lilies of the field, and with the same infinite love, I watch over every need of your life. When you entrust to me what you have, whether much or little in human eyes, I multiply it with my heavenly grace. If it is possible for you, only if it is possible, transform your gratitude into a seed of love through this channel. Consider my love and that of my Son Jesus, and support us using the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. There you will find the place where your contribution of love can be deposited and consecrated before the Creator of all things. You can contribute any amount. And remember, that only what fits in your heart should be given. I receive with immense love. The amount doesn't matter, because what truly matters is the heart with which you give. For what is little for you can be much for the one who receives. Whoever contributes any amount with a sincere heart, don't forget to leave your name and city along with your contribution. For on the first day of the following month, in a unique and special video on our channel, Divine Love, the Voice of God, your name will be remembered and mentioned in a prayer of gratitude. For it is written, "He who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food will also supply and increase your store of seed, and will enlarge the harvest of your righteousness." 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 10. Every offering made in faith is a seed before me, your Lord, and I will not fail to bear fruit from any of them. I see in secret and reward in plain sight. Stay until the end of this message, because I still want to touch your heart with my voice. There is still a profound mystery about to be revealed on your journey, a silent light that will begin to shine where hope seemed to have dried up. Are you ready to understand what your silent faith is capable of generating in the midst of your greatest aridity? If my promise of care brought comfort to your night, cherish this encounter as a seal of covenant. Subscribe to continue under my guidance and share this word so that other lives may find the same support. Tell me in the sacredness of your thoughts, what area of your life most needs my multiplication today? Write in the comments our word of faith for this moment, provision. I know the immensity of the emotional desert you have been crossing. I feel the dryness of your hope when you try to look to tomorrow and feel only emptiness. There are mornings when courage seems to evaporate before you even face the day's battles, and the feeling that your prayers are echoing in a silent abyss tries to paralyze your heart. You have watered the arid soil of your life with invisible tears, wondering if all this effort to continue believing has any meaning, if your perseverance and faithfulness will be worthwhile in the end. My word reminds you firmly and lovingly in the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 19. "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." When the scenario seems darkest and the land of your life seems incapable of bearing fruit, it is precisely there that the seed of faith finds the necessary depth to create unshakable roots. I have not abandoned you in the aridity. I am preparing the springs of living water that will gush forth from where you least expect them, bringing back the breath of life to dreams you once considered irretrievably lost. However, the great harvest requires the seed to remain in the darkness and silence of the earth for a time before breaking through the soil and showing its strength. There is a silent miracle happening in the depths of your pain right now, something that will completely change the landscape of your story. Can you perceive the gentle wind of my spirit, announcing the rain of restoration coming to meet you? If my promise to make it rain in your desert has brought relief to your soul, like this message as a sign that you believe against all hope, subscribe to this space of love so we can continue watering your faith and share this living water with someone who is also thirsty and walking without strength. Tell me, in the silence of your fears, what is the promise that your heart most longs to see come to life? Write in the comments our word of faith for this moment, to flourish. I know the cold of the early mornings when sleep flees and the silence of your room fills with restless thoughts. It is in these lonely hours that longing intensifies, that the fear of tomorrow tries to steal your peace, and that the weariness of the journey becomes almost unbearable. I feel the need your soul has for a constant word of love, for a safe direction to begin the day with courage or to end the night with the certainty that I watch over your rest. Like a father who stoops to tend to the wounds of his children and whisper songs of hope, I want to walk with you not only now, but in all the difficult moments to come. If your heart desires to go deeper with me, I have left you a gift in the form of a journey, which I wrote with much love and care for all my beloved daughters and sons. The digital book called Divine Love Devotional, The Voice of God. It was prepared to accompany you day after day, in silence and intimacy, being a companion in sleepless nights and a refuge for your faith. Access is also available via the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. And if today is not possible for you, do not condemn yourself. Remain with me here, because I will also sustain you with this message today and always. And so that your heart may rest and not be confused, after you calmly register, access will arrive in the email you registered, with all the correct instructions, step by step, to begin walking with me in this new depth. For it is written, "You are my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust." Psalms chapter 91, verse 2. Remain with me because the dawn still hides a great secret. There is a light that will break through the darkness of your fears and bring a new understanding of all that you have suffered. Are you ready to see how my glory dispels the darkness of your pain? If my care and the invitation to this upcoming journey have brought calm to your inner self, enjoy this offering with joy. Subscribe so I can continue caring for your heart, and share with someone who also needs a shoulder to lean on in the wee hours of the morning. Tell me, when the silence of the night tightens, what does your soul most long to hear from me? Write in the comments our word of faith for this moment, companionship. I feel the tremor in your soul when the darkness of problems seems to swallow your certainties. There are moments when life closes in like a dense, starless night, where all doors seem locked and despair tries to whisper that there is no way out of your suffering. I know the tightness in your chest when you wake up startled, feeling the weight of worries, worn-out family ties, and deep disappointments that have wounded your heart. The feeling of being cornered by fear is a very heavy burden, but I am by your side precisely in this moment of greatest agony, even when pain tries to convince your mind that I am distant. My word assures you in the book of Psalms, chapter 30, verse 5, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." I want you to apply this heavenly truth to your reality right now. Remember that night when anguish seemed endless, when you counted the seconds waiting for the sun to rise so that the light would bring some peace. That is how my providence works in your journey. When the darkness of your sorrow reaches the coldest and deepest darkness, it is the divine sign that my light is about to tear through the sky of your story. I am the Sun of Righteousness, and my glory dispels any shadow of failure that they have tried to cast upon your destiny. However, when the morning light finally illuminates the new path I have prepared, you will need strength to walk it. And what happens when your spirit is so exhausted by past trials that even the act of taking a single step forward seems impossible? There is an invisible force coming to meet you to lift you from the ground in an amazing way. Are you ready to receive the sustenance that will restore firmness to your feet? If the promise of my light has warmed your frozen inner self, embrace this revelation as an act of faith. Subscribe to this channel so you don't lose my direction when the day darkens, and share this message with that heart that also cries in secret and needs to know that morning will come. Answer in the silence of your soul. What darkness in your life most begs for my light now? Write in the comments our word of faith to seal this offering. Dawn. I know the weakness that takes hold of your being when you feel you can't take another step. I feel the discouragement of your soul wavering before the continuous battles and the mountain of worries that accumulates with each sunrise. The desire to give up, to simply succumb to the ground and let the waves of difficulties wash over you, has been whispering insistently within you. You have endured so many storms seemingly alone, always offering your shoulders to support the pain of those around you, that your own reserves of strength have run out. Exhaustion tries to convince you that there is no one to support you when you are the one who needs comfort. My word is, your unwavering guarantee in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 27. The eternal God is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. I long for you to live and feel this truth in your exact reality today. When emotional weakness tries to bring down your structures, when anguish makes your chest ache, and your spirit threaten to crumble from so much accumulated suffering, have the full assurance that you will not fall into the abyss. My everlasting arms are already positioned beneath every area of your life, holding you firmly so that you do not collapse before this terrible trial. I am your invisible support, pressing you against my chest with infinite care. Even so, my love for you isn't just about preventing your downfall during times of acute crisis. There are deep marks of my care scattered throughout your history, countless details of deliverances and victories that the fog of weariness has made you forget as the days go by. I am about to bring these ancient miracles back to your memory, to definitively rekindle the flame of your courage. Do you have space in your heart to remember the moments when my hand worked silently and powerfully in your favor, rebuilding what seemed destroyed? If my eternal embrace restored security to your troubled spirit, enjoy this message as a testament to your renewed strength. Subscribe to our channel of love so you never walk without direction, and share this sacred word with that dear soul who also feels they cannot bear the weight of the cross. Answer only to me in the silence of your room or wherever you are. What is the daily battle that most drains your energy and that you will offer today at my altar? Write in the comments our word of faith to strengthen this communion. Support. I know the fog that weariness spreads over your memory on days of greatest affliction. When the struggles of the present become overwhelming, it's so easy to forget the countless times my invisible hand has intervened to save you from the abyss. I feel your soul questioning whether the strength you had in the past has been exhausted by time, whether the marks of life and the weight of the years mean you will have to face the rest of the journey without the same support. Worry tries to erase the footprints of my care that are scattered throughout your history, making you feel helpless right now, when you most need my constant presence. My word declares with profound love through the prophet Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 4, "Even to your old age and grey hairs I am he who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you, I will sustain you and I will rescue you." I want you to bring this absolute truth into your life today. Remember that day, long ago, when a door slammed shut and you wept, believing it was the end of everything. Who prepared a completely new and safe path right afterward? It was me, working in the details you couldn't see. I protected your home, guided your decisions, and sustained your spirit when you had nothing left to offer. I haven't changed, and my silent care continues to operate in every area of your existence. However, recalling my past works is merely preparation for what is about to happen. My love doesn't live on memories alone, and I am orchestrating a definitive turning of the page in your life. A time of profound joy that will make all suffering seem like a distant echo. Are you ready to embrace the complete restoration that will make your heart smile again without fear of tomorrow? If remembering my faithfulness has brought peace and hope to your inner self, cherish this message as an altar of gratitude erected in your heart. Subscribe to this refuge so that I may continue to revive your spiritual memories, and share this message with someone who has also forgotten how much they are loved and protected by me. Tell me from the depths of your being, what was the greatest deliverance I have ever given you, one that your soul will never forget? Write in the comments our word of faith for this moment, memory. I know the immense expectation that pulsates in your chest as you await the turning of the page in your story. For a long time you walked through the fog of uncertainty, trusting in my love even when your human eyes could not see the answers your soul so desperately needed. You sowed in tears, endured the weight of silence, and kept your faith intact, like a precious treasure in the midst of the battlefield. I feel your soul sigh with relief as you realize that the dense night is finally giving way to light. The promise of a fully restored dawn is not just a fleeting consolation. It is my divine signature decreeing a new time upon your life. The joy of the morning is already on its way, breaking through the dark clouds that tried to hide your destiny. Every tear you shed has been gathered by my hands, and now transforms into a shower of grace that will make your heart smile again without fear. The wounds left by the past are being healed by my constant embrace, and the peace you so desperately sought now dwells within you. You are not walking towards defeat, but towards the most beautiful new beginning I have ever written for you. I promised at the beginning of this encounter that I would deliver a clear answer to your heart and whisper a word of power to seal your victory. The moment has arrived for you to take possession of this celestial truth. As an act of unwavering faith, of total surrender and response to the heavens that open over your life today, write in the comments the phrase that is the spiritual key to your journey. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Continue immersing yourself in my love. Our communion does not end with this encounter, for I still have great secrets to reveal to your soul. Let my voice continue to guide your steps through our journey of love, in our list of messages specially set aside to care for your spirit. Calm your weary heart. The light of my hope already shines on your horizon. I am your perfect dawn.